Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation on the New Tech Network series of schools. My name is Andrew Massline, and with me is...
I'm Avery Phillips.
I'm Melba Medina.
And I'm Ronnie Rodriguez.
And we hope that you enjoy our presentation today. We're going to talk to you all about the ins and the outs of the New Tech Network schools. So what sets the New Tech Network program apart? So in our slideshow today, we're going to be telling you such things like the mission statement, the one where all 200 schools across the United States share to give students an alternative yet more impactful means of education. We'll also talk about how they differ from traditional learning environments. For example, we'll talk about some team-based experiences that students get to try in these programs, such as experiencing collaboration with other students to find new perspectives and new ways of learning. We'll also talk about co-teaching classrooms, where there are two teachers sharing the same classroom to give more individual focus per student. Lastly, in the presentation, we'll elaborate on why would students want to choose to participate in these programs, namely how students learn to be resilient, patient, adaptable, and persistent, as well as responsible through teaching that engages, technology that enables, and culture that empowers.
What is their mission? So as Andrew said in the last statement, the mission is to create an authentic, innovative learning experience, allowing students to construct their own learning path, become a community partner, and view education as a lifelong adventure rather than a stepping stone. So 200 schools share the same learning model with the 4 pillars. And the first one is going to be teaching that engages. So through project-based learning, which is when students learn by actively engaging in real-world meaningful situations and projects. So using more real-life examples, things they'll relate to, they're going to understand more. And when teachers do this, they then become curriculum designers and students learn to be more collaborative problem solvers. Outcomes that matter. New Tech Network learning outcomes also measure collaboration, written and oral communication, and the development of student responsibility for their own learning and agency. So basically, every day students wake up and they assess what they want to do, what they want to say, how they learn, how they're feeling. So New Tech wants to get in their mind and raise the bar in their minds for their expectations and have better quality and effort. Technology that enables. Through a technology-rich environment, teachers and students create, communicate, access info, and experience self-directed learning. So they get new technology every year so they can have better programs and get better, or students learn better. Culture that empowers. By making learning relevant and creating collaborative learning culture, students become connected, engage with, and challenged by their school teachers and peers. So using real life examples, like I said earlier, they're going to want to learn more and get different outputs and opinions to use in their everyday life. This also comes in with relationships. Teachers and the students are going to have better relationships when they learn better, and that means they'll participate more and get more programs.
So, how do they differ from traditional education environments? Well, when asked the question, what does it take to design a school where skills are valued as much as scores, the Chief Operating Officer, Tim Preciado, stated that much of the 20th and 21st century education has been defined by this. Good students pass tests, schools want to produce good students, therefore schools want to help students pass tests. Through this syllogism, Mr. Preciado states that the whole basis for education, the education system, is testing. And New Tech Network takes that further. They measure outcomes that matter. New Tech Network schools succeed because of a whole school systemic approach where skills are valued as much as scores. Skills such as agency, collaboration, and communication, things that they'll use after they've graduated for school. The testing environment in which our education system is based on now only teaches the students to learn what's on the test, which keeps them in this testing environment, and it doesn't go further than that. But with New Tech, they're able to learn those skills that they need for college and careers. And they do these through those team-based experiences, like project-based learning in a safe, supportive environment. So they are collaborating with each other. They form groups and they work together in a safe environment where they can throw out ideas and not be ridiculed, where they can have opinions that matter, and they can all work together to create something that's bigger than the test. Not to say that New Tech Network doesn't take testing seriously. As you'll see later, our test scores are better than majority of the country, but the focus is on the collaboration. It's on those skills that they'll learn, so much so that they have a rubric for it, starting with their emerging, developing, proficient, and then advanced in multiple categories. And by doing this, New Tech Network redefines student success. And what they mean by that is that student success isn't about performance on a test, but about the holistic performance and the work that the students are challenged to complete. And they're challenged to complete these in the classrooms, where they're pushed beyond their comfort zones and how they think. They're not taught to know the answers to a test, but they're taught to think bigger than that, think outside the box, to create a project that is measured with their skills. And through all of this, Mr. Preciado came up with his own syllogism for student success and what New Tech Network believes. They believe successful students should leave school with the skills and abilities to thrive in the workforce. Students graduating from New Tech Network schools leave with the skills and abilities to thrive in the workforce. Therefore, New Tech Network enables students to be successful.
Now that we've heard about our mission and our vision from our fellow colleagues and the why our New Tech Network schools and programs are effective, let us dive into a different why. According to the statistics presented by the NTN schools in comparison to local schools in the surrounding area of said NTN schools, students are thriving and taking control of their future into their own hands. So why would students choose to participate in this program? Well, with cutting edge technology, of course. When you arrive to school and all the tools that you have at hand are cutting edge, that really motivates the student to want to participate. We create environments with high practice and exposure to public speaking to make them comfortable to their peers and to the environments, which create more opportunities for community involvement. This, furthermore, makes the student more college ready, and they have a higher sense of independence. The opportunities provided that they wouldn't otherwise receive outside of these programs are helping them get ready for the future. And as one student put it, he claims to feel more ready to face real life challenges from the opportunities provided in this learning environment.
Now, throughout Texas, there are 34 New Tech Network schools. 9 of those are in the Austin area. And out of those 9, 8 of them are through elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools that are already established. There is one of the New Tech Network schools that's Cedars International New Tech Academy, where it's its own standalone academy. And this is mainly because the New Tech Network integrates its program, works with the districts and the schools to establish their programs in existing schools to help the students within various demographics.
Now, what is their student background? New Tech Network Schools is a nonprofit program formatted to prepare a meaningful space for an inclusive learning environment focused on preparation for college, regardless of race, ethnicity, or income status. We do this by creating learning conditions for the student success with the 4 pillars at hand. Next, we will see the demographics breakdown.
So as my colleague just said, New Tech Network schools serve any and all demographics across America. As far as city demographics are concerned, 27% of our schools are affected by rural communities, 54% affect urban areas, and 19% of our schools affect suburban areas. As far as racial demographics are concerned, 20% of our students are African American, 28% of our students are Hispanic or Latinx, 41% of our student body is white, 5% are Asian, and then 6% fall under a racial umbrella not encompassed by the others. Additionally, 12% of our students are special education, and 57% of our students benefit from free or reduced lunch programs. New Tech Network schools acknowledge unequal education opportunities, which we call opportunity gaps. These opportunity gaps disproportionately impact poor students as well as students of color. By addressing this issue directly, we are helping empower students who might not have the opportunities to succeed, but now are more able to graduate high school and maybe even have the chance or opportunity to pursue a collegiate degree. New Tech Network students also outperform non-New Tech Network students, and they also demonstrate more workforce-ready skills at a higher rate. Additionally, these students persist in college at a rate of 82% versus a national average of 74%. They also have a graduation rate of 95% compared to the national average of 85%. They also outperform non-New Tech Network students on the SAT as well as the ACT, and also the state standardized tests. Students I've also showed to have increased gains in critical thinking. And they also outperform on college entrance exams and workforce readiness assessments.
Why or why not? I would recommend this program. I absolutely recommend this program to future students and parents. Manor New Tech High and Cedar International Next Generation Academy are just a couple schools that have good demographics and welcoming programs. Some examples would be teachers per students ratio that are low, 16:1 and 12:1 compared to a public school nowadays, which is 26, 27 kids to one teacher. So it's definitely more one-on-one time for when kids are having trouble and need help inside and outside of the classroom. They meet or exceed college readiness standards. So the state average of math scores are going to be 51%, but these two schools have between 55 and 65%. So they more than 10% outdo that one. And then for reading, the state average is 47%, and both schools are between 50 and 54%. So they are college ready. The high school graduation rate is about 95%, which Andrew said on the last slide, and the state is 85%. So they do outperform on that as well. And they both are rated in the top 30% of high schools in Texas to enroll in.
Thank you so much for coming out and watching our presentation today. We hope that you have learned something new about New Tech Network schools and that it would be beneficial to having your student enroll in our schools in the future. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a great day.